Hello, so nice to meet you at this motivational meeting, reading quotes from world scriptures. We're reading the book from the beginning. Please find all the chapters at our Message to Billions channel. These are very powerful quotes that are helping billions of people and will help you too. Today, topic is about miracles. Quotes about miracles. First quote, when Elisha came into the house, he saw the child lying dead on his bed. So he went in and shut the door upon the two of them and prayed to the Lord. Then he went up and lay upon the child, putting his mouth upon his mouth, his eye upon his eye, and his hand upon his hand. And as he stretched himself upon him, the flesh of the child became warm. Then he got up again and walked once to and fro in the house, and went up and stretched himself upon him. The child shivered 7 times, and the child opened his eyes. Another quote, I, Jesus, healed the blind and the leprous, and bring the dead to life with Allah's permission. Father, quotes, a great crowd followed Jesus and thronged about him. And there was a woman who had had a flow of blood for 12 years, and who had suffered much under many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was no better, but rather grew worse. She had heard the reports about Jesus, and came up behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if I touch even his garment, I shall be made well. And immediately the hemorrhage ceased, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her disease. And Jesus, perceiving in himself that power had gone forth from him, immediately turned about in the crowd and said, who touched my garments? And his disciples said to him, you see the crowd pressing around you, and yet you say, who touched me? And he looked around to see who had done it. But the woman, knowing that had been done to her, came in fear and trembling, and tell and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, daughter, your faith has made you well. No, go in peace and be healed of your disease. Now Peter and John were going up to the temple at the hour of prayer, the ninth hour, and the man lame from birth was being carried, whom they lay daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of those who entered the temple. Seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, he asked for alms, and Peter directed his gaze at him with John and said, look at us. And he fixed his attention upon them, expecting to receive something from them. But Peter said, I have no silver and gold, but I give you what I have. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, walk. And he took him by the right hand and raised him up. And immediately his feet and ankles were made strong. and leaping up there stood and walked and entered the temple with them, walking and leaping and praising God. The world Holy One, the all compassion and guide for the sake of the king Ajatasattu, entered into the moonlight samadhi. Having entered in samadhi, a great light issued. The light was pure and cool, and it went to the king and shone in the king's body. The boils on his body got cured, and the choking pains died out. I relieved of the pains of the boils and feeling cool in body, the king said to the Buddha, "Where does this light came from? It shine on me and touch me. It cures all boils, and the body feels peace." The Buddha answered, "O great king, this is the light of the heaven of heavens. This light has no root. It is boundless. It is seen only when there is a desire to save. O king, you said before that there was no good doctor in the world who could cure the body and mind. Because of this, my light is first sent out. It first cured your body and then your mind. The physical health of Christian science result now as the Jesus time from the operation of divine principle, before which sin and disease lose their reality in human consciousness and disappear as naturally and necessary as darkness give place to light and sin to reformation. Now as then there this might works are not supernatural but supremely natural. They are the sign of Emmanuel, of God with us, a divine influence ever present in human consciousness. Then a blind and dumb demoniac was brought to Jesus, and he healed him so that the dumb man spoke and saw. And all the people were amazed and said, "Can this be the son of David?" But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "It is only by Beelzebul, the prince of demons, that this man cast out demons." Because I see danger in the practice of miracles, I love and abhor and repudiate them. Yeah, very good quote. Because I see danger in the practice of miracles, I love and abhor and repudiate them. Another quote, a man should not rely on miracles, and even if the Holy One, blessed be he has once performed a miracle for him, he should count on it another time, for miracles do not happen every day, and whatever run into obvious danger may thereby exalt all his merit previously accumulated. Further, let's read quotes from the Second Coming Messiah, Reverend Samuel Moon. The Bible said that Sarah, Abraham's wife, before Isaac, when she was nearly 90 years old. Do not think that it is impossible. If you women are confident, you could also conceive by spiritual power. Spiritual power is miraculous. The unity of mind and body generates a mysterious invisible power. When you enter that state, miracles occur. When you are united with God's love, you can perform miracles. Healing fire comes out of your open palms. You can move your audience simply by willing it. So you can receive, revive those who are spiritually dead. What power is this? It is the power of love. All this is possible only through the power of love. Love is such that the more you practice it, the greater it becomes. But there is a condition. To obtain the power, you must subjugate your physical body. With the absolute faith, anything is possible. Suppose while walking on the street you meet a sick man. Feeling deep compassion to him without a second thought, you stretch out your hands over him, place your hands on him, and pray for him sincerely with tears. Then a miracle will happen. Yet I do not want to be involved in miracles. Jesus performed many miracles, yet people did not appreciate their value. Despite all the miracles, he was driven to death. It is not used to heal those who are not worthy. More than miracles, when what they need is truth. Truth is unchanging and eternal, but signs and miracles are fleeting. What is temporary cannot govern what is eternal. It is possible to revive a dead person by breathing his or her spirit self back into the physical body, yet certain conditions are required. First, the person should not be dead for too long, no more than 3 days, so that the flesh not need has no dictate. Within that period, if the spirit is called back into the body, the person can come back to life. It is not very difficult. However, bringing someone back to life on earth after God has called that person to the spirit world requires paying a suitable price. It should either be compensation of greater value than the person's life, or something to benefit the whole purpose, maybe to revive that one person, 3 or 4 others might have to die. Therefore, you should carefully consider the benefit of bringing someone back to life. If you do not take responsibility for doing it, you will violate the heavenly law. All in all, performing miracles is not necessarily good. Yes, so powerful warning about the miracles, and yeah, it's interesting. If you have difficulties today, please watch one more time this video. Contact me for consultation cooperation, and become a member of this Heavenly Parents Holy Community globally. Wish you a great, blessed day. Stay happy, healthy. All the best. Bye bye.